What's going on, TNT family? It's your boy Travis.
And I'm Tori.
And today, y'all, Tori's in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat today, guys.
It's late night, y'all. We setting the vibe. We got a little thunderstorm going outside. You know what I mean? We just in it. Today, I'm going to be asking Tori some questions. You know, it could get deep. It could get uncomfortable. But we're going to expect the truth. That's what we're going to get.
I'm going to give you, you know what? I'm going to try to speak for my women out there, for us ladies.
Put it down.
I'm trying to speak for us. Hit me with the first question, baby. I got this. I got my pillow right here. This is really comfortable, by the way.
I think this is a pretty obvious question, but how do y'all like us guys to smell? You like us to smell good, or do you kind of like that dirty smell? You know what I mean?
I was trying to spill you. Honestly, guys, I like my man to smell super good. I think most women want men to smell really good. And lately, you've been smelling really good with the scents you've been getting from Scentbird. So a special thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Now, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that lets you choose from over 600 different perfumes and colognes. Scentbird allows you to choose a new fragrance every single month for only $17. And it's flexible, so you can skip a month if you don't want a fragrance for that month.
All right, guys, so it comes in this cool little case. All you do, guys, is twist it, pop it up, and bam. And check it out, guys. That's actually 8 times bigger than a regular sample of cologne or perfume. And this right here, guys, this will last you 30 days.
Yeah, it's for 30 days.
And the best thing about it, guys, is you actually get to try these samples before you actually buy a full bottle of cologne.
You should see in there, I have so many different perfumes. I wish I would have known about Scentbird earlier, because I don't have to buy these full gigantic bottles of perfume that I may not even use. Now, one of the things we really love about these is that they're travel size. So Travis and I are always on the go. So it's really nice to have the travel size that you can just put in your bag, you can take with you. Now, Scentbird works directly with top designer brands such as Gucci, Versace, and Prada, just to name a few. They also work with other indie labels such as The Harmonist, Vince Camuto, and Confessions of a Rebel.
Now, let's say you're like me and you have no idea what kind of perfume or cologne you actually want. You can take a sample quiz on Scentbird and you can discover what you like and new fragrances as well.
All right, guys, so this month I ended up getting Bite Me by Confessions of a Rebel. You love this one on me. Ooh, 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 oh. Ooh. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, tell me. This scent is like a strawberry mixed with like apple.
But you know what compliments you really well?
What compliments you,
is my Brit for Men by Burberry.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So it has like a hint, you can smell it. It has like a hint of like ginger, nutmeg.
Like a rose too.
It smells really good. What do you think?
Good.
What do you think?
It smells really good on you. Guys, I'm also excited about trying other niche brands such as English Landry's Nor Castle, Catherine Maladrino's Transcendent, and Maladin Getz Bergamot. Okay,
guys, now click on the link in the description down below and use our code to get 55% off your first month.
That's actually only about $8 for your first month.
That's awesome. And guys, we have exciting news. Scentbird is now available in Canada.
Go ahead, guys, and click the link down in the description below and start smelling good today. What's the next question? What's the next question? What's the next question?
So we're gonna rapid fire here, okay?
Rapid fire?
Rapid fire, yeah.
Okay, sure, let's go for it.
How often do women want it?
On what? Oh, want it? Oh, what was that dance move you're doing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, do that dance move again?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I like that. Do they get it?
How often do women want it?
So
that's some hair. Pull on some hair.
I'm gonna say 4 times a week. Realistically, 2 or 3.
There you go, fellas, ladies.
I mean, I wish I could do it every day, but I mean, sometimes your schedule doesn't fit it. So.
Do you like to be dominated, or do you like to dominate?
So I do actually like to be dominated, but I also like to dominate.
So
spank you. I want to bend you over and spank you.
Okay.
That doesn't make you any less of a man because I want to bend you over to spank you. What? I do sometimes. With a ruler. With a ruler.
You do not.
Yes, I do.
You do? Where am I doing all this?
No, I said I want to.
But
you won't let me. I could be the teacher, and I can take the ruler and bend you over and spank you because you didn't turn in your homework assignment.
What did you talk about?
You didn't turn in your homework assignment on time.
That's a whole another video we're talking about.
No, we're talking
That's a whole another role play video we're talking about. Like,
no, we're talking about whether or not I want to be dominated or I want to dominate you. And I'm saying that I like both, but I prefer to be dominated. But I'm saying that every once in a while, I want to take a ruler and I want to pretend to be a teacher and hit you on your butt because you did not turn in your homework assignment on time, or you made an F on your paper. Anyway, guys, let's move on to the next question. I think we've gone too far.
Are period cramps really that painful? Because us guys, we don't experience those things, so we want to know.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that they are. For me personally, I'm kind of lucky in a way, because sometimes it depends. Sometimes I get them, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just feel super, super bloated and moody. When you feel bloated, you feel really, it's just imagine like if you were stuffing a turkey, okay? So think about it that way. Like that's how you feel. Like you feel like a stuffed turkey almost. At least that's how I feel.
Hold up, wait. I don't think I'm ready for these answers.
You do.
I don't want to feel like a stuffed turkey.
Well, that's.
I don't even want to know what it feels like to feel like a stuffed turkey.
That's what it feels like when you're on your period and you feel very bloated. Your stomach looks bigger and feels bigger. You just feel like blah. You like literally when I'm on my period, all I really want to do is just sleep. And the cramps honestly just feel like very like almost like if someone was squeezing your stomach. Like just that's what it feels like. So just be thankful that you're a guy.
What do women think about intimacy when you're on your period? Like during your period?
What do I think about it?
Yeah. Like do we still put it on? Like I'm heavy? Do we lay back? Let some days go by? What's the real answer? Because us guys, we can do what we want to do, but see the thing is, we don't always know what's right, so we need to know.
Well, honestly, I like intimacy. In fact, when I'm on my period, I want to be more intimate.
Okay.
Do I really want to like have fun time all the time? On my period, no. It's messy. It's just like
huge
too much.
Cleanup.
Yeah,
it's
I don't want to. Yeah, but
crazy.
when it comes to like just being affectionate, you being more affectionate towards me and loving on me and kissing me and stuff like that, I like that.
Us guys, we kind of feel like it's like either love me or like get away from me. That's kind of how we feel.
Do I do that? Do I say get away from you?
No.
Sometimes I do.
Nah.
But most of the time I don't.
You're pretty good. But that's kind of how men, I would say that's a general blanket statement, how we kind of feel. So that's it. I'm glad I got that insight because, you know what I mean? Because we feel like sometimes we're like, we almost like want to walk around the house on like ice because we don't want to like, you know what I mean? Because we know what y'all going through. We don't know, but we kind of know it's that time. So it's like, do we like put it on or do we like kick back a little bit?
You proceed with caution. You don't stop for red lights.
Here's a good one.
Okay.
What are women most afraid of in relationships?
Commitment. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I was like agreeing with you for a second. I was like, commitment, that's a good one. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
No, that would be men. No.
I disagree with you. I was like vibing to it. I was like,
no, not commitment. I don't think women have that problem really. I think men have a problem honestly with commitment, but that's a different thing. I would say for women, probably, you know what? I'm gonna speak for me. I'm gonna say probably getting cheated on and lied to.
Good one. Okay.
I feel like that's probably the biggest fear, I think, in a relationship. Just because I don't know,
that's the ultimate one. I mean, nobody wants that. Yeah,
I mean, you put a lot of faith into somebody and they betray you, and it's just not a good feeling. So I feel like, because of the hurt behind it and the pain behind it, I would say that's got to be the biggest one. I think that women kind of, they've had a heartbreak before, so it also keeps you from wanting to get into another relationship too. So it kind of damages you, and I think that just talking to friends and family and just women in my life, I think that's the biggest thing. I would say, just from conversations I've had, is definitely the fear of not just getting cheated on, but just being betrayed in any kind of way.
How do you impress a girl on a first date?
Don't show up in a rented car and pretend like it's yours. No. Honestly, I will say that most women, I will tell you this, want you to pay. Okay. Most women want you to pay. I didn't say all.
I thought that was an obvious, but I guess maybe it's not.
I'm trying to remember. Honest, I don't think I've ever been on a date in my life where a guy didn't pay, but I certainly, that would be a turnoff if a guy didn't pay. Not because you're looking for any kind, like, oh, you're a gold digger, you want, no, I just think it's a courtesy thing. And I think just as much as, like, you know, men open the door for you and all these other things, I don't think it's a requirement, but I do think that most women would get turned off if a guy did not pay on the first date.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long should you wait to have, you know what I mean, on the first date?
On the first date or just dating?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Who had that first date party?
Yeah, I think I was talking about that. How long should you wait to have, you know what I mean, hair pulling time?
On what?
Oh, after you meet somebody.
Oh, after you, just meet someone.
First date, second date, one day, I mean, like.
Okay, so your question is, how long should you wait to have fun time while dating? We didn't pass that test.
We didn't
but
pass
I would.
It was the first date. We didn't pass the first date, y'all.
I know. Shh. Okay, so I would say, honestly, when you both are ready to make a baby. Because that's ultimately sometimes how it happens. You get with somebody and you end up getting pregnant and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? You know, if you're not ready to make a baby with somebody, to create a life, then I think that you should, you know, not indulge in that.
And that was your take every time, right? Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm just saying, like, most women would say the same thing.
I was referring to your answer as far as, like, how proper you're giving it.
Well, I'm trying to be PG here, but it's just when you're both ready, once you actually have some fun time, I do think it changes up everything. Okay, it really does, and it makes it almost, this is the most intimate thing you could pretty much do. So when you're doing that with somebody, it matters. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? You're going to the next level. That means, are you prepared to take things to the next level in the relationship?
Well, speaking of things that matter and taking things to the next level, does size matter?
You know, I think a lot of women will say that it doesn't, because that's like the politically correct answer. It's like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. I think that it could, okay, so I think, what are these questions? I think that size does matter in some ways. And to say it doesn't is kind of silly, because it kind of does. But then I also, on the other end, will say that as long as you're being satisfied, that's all that matters. So, does size matter? I'm gonna say it does, but there are instances where it doesn't. And as long as but I will say at the end of the day, as long as you're being satisfied, I think, I think it's fine. I don't have to worry about anything with you, which I was so happy about. And you satisfied me. I just get like the cherry on top.
Does it hurt the first time?
Ooh, what the heck? Question? Okay.
We don't need a long explanation. We don't need to hear about your first time sex. We just need to know, does it hurt women? Obviously, y'all talked about it. You from other people's experiences, stuff like that. Does it hurt the first time?
Yes.
There you go. It does. It hurts y'all.
Well, because it's closed. Okay, we're just gonna move on. Let's move on from that question.
Okay. Okay. So hair or no hair?
Hair or no hair on the guy's head? I like hair. You know what? Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say yes, maybe a little, not too much. We don't want bushes down there. But
okay. So just not a whole bunch.
Just a little.
Okay, there you go.
Just a little.
How do women feel about BJs? Sorry, I'm trying to be politically correct. I sound stupid. But you know what I mean? Like a little toppy top. You know what I mean? Like what's... Top.
They're not ideal, but we do them anyway. They're not. It's an uncomfortable position for your mouth.
It's different for a guy. A guy likes getting down in there. You know what I mean? Like.
I know, but
getting all up in it.
But I will tell you, as a woman, it's not ideal, but we do it anyway.
I'm so glad I'm a guy.
Because we know that you guys love it and you like it and you can't live without it.
I'm so glad I'm a guy. I ain't gotta deal with all that. Okay, what are women's turn-ons and pet peeves? So what gets you going, and then what just kills the mood pretty much?
You know what I say is a big turn-on? I'm gonna kind of take this to a whole different realm, but I really love
is guys with shirtless sleeves.
Yeah, you're my turn-on. What I really love is when you.
When I say shirtless sleeves, I meant sleeveless shirts.
I know, and I do it over my head.
I meant sleeveless shirts. Okay, all right.
What I really love is when you walk behind me and put your arms around me and just kind of randomly kiss me. I could be doing anything. I could be, in the kitchen cooking. I could be, doing laundry, whatever it is. When a guy comes behind you and puts his arms around you and just kisses you for just no reason at all, that's a turn on.
So random acts of affection.
Yes,
okay.
I love that. Random acts of affection is yes, and yes, and yes. You can never have too much affection.
No, I agree.
And when
I'm here to listen.
when a guy is super affectionate, it is it's such a turn on. It's such a turn on. What I like and what I think a lot of women like is a guy who is confident, not arrogant, not arrogant, but confident.
There's that line.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I actually don't mind a guy that taps into his emotional side too. And I know a lot of guys try to, carry on this tough guy act and I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna tap to my emotional side, I'm just this tough guy, and it's really, I like a guy who doesn't mind, getting deep, getting emotional, and being mushy, I guess you could say. I love that. Teeth. Oh my goodness, a guy with nice teeth you have nice teeth. I love that about you.
You have nice teeth.
Really? Well, I have braces. But I love a guy with nice teeth. It's such a turn on. So I would have to say those are my top picks, and I think a lot of women would probably agree. Is just a guy who is definitely affectionate, definitely trustworthy. Somebody you can count on. He won't lie to you. Just kind of a straightforward guy.
What's your pet peeve?
I don't like a guy who has road rage. What do I call it? Guys have road rage?
Little man syndrome?
Little man syndrome? I don't like guys that have road rage. I would say the biggest one I'm going to go back to is a guy who's arrogant. I can't say that enough. I don't like guys who are arrogant. I don't.
I mean, you got to be humble, really.
Yes.
If you can't humble yourself, well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also don't like a guy who is not considerate. I think it's kind of it's a huge turnoff when a guy is not considerate, but also a guy that's not considerate of what I'm considerate of that's a turnoff to me as well. So you don't have to care exactly about what I care about, but at least be considerate about what I care about. You know what I mean? Like how some guys are just that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Kind of making whatever you think is a big deal, just nothing.
Yeah.
That's a turn off.
I mean, that's not really that big of a deal. Just kidding.
Yeah, like that.
So, okay, well
I need you to care about what I care about.
Okay. Which brings me to my next question. So, how do you get a girl to like you?
A lot of times, guys go into the relationship being something they're not, or thank you, man. Or doing something they don't normally do, or coming into the relationship kind of basically fake, and then they start kind of slowly but surely over time showing their true colors. So I feel like if you want to get a girl to like you, just be your genuine self, because we can usually pick up on that. We can usually pick up on when you're pretty much BSing.
Oh, okay. Well, then that right there. So that's why guys don't be themselves, because they don't want to be caught on their BS right away.
Exactly.
And then we know y'all are gonna leave, so we're like, okay, we got to do something, right? So are you saying if you're just yourself and you're just this kind of like whatever type of person, that there is a girl out there for you like that will like you for that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it saves time and energy and everything else down the line if you're just who you are in the beginning. I can see what I'm getting and say, okay, do I really want to, pursue this? Like my dad always told me, don't ever date a guy you wouldn't marry. Well, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. So for me, it's extremely important for me to see what I'm getting ahead of time. And I tell guys that too, like before you, obviously. I was telling guys, like, just give me who you are. Have you ever heard of somebody literally renting a luxury car for the first date?
Have I heard of it?
Pulling up in a luxury car to impress a girl.
So not personally, but I know if you ask me, does this happen? I would say absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean? Yes.
It's the craziest thing in the world, but I went on a date once with a guy and he pulled up in obviously a rented
Tesla?
luxury. No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a rented luxury car and he was like, oh, this is mine. And then later down the line, he said, you know what? I don't own that car and I don't actually live in a penthouse and I actually don't do it. And I'm just like, see, but the thing is for me, it didn't matter if he had just been honest, right? You see what I'm saying? And then, I mean, it didn't work out anyway for other reasons. But the point is that I think a lot of times, and this is for men and women, you go into a relationship really not being who you are. And then when things, go downhill, it's like, well, you should have just been honest in the beginning. He was trying to impress me. And that's the thing about, like, for me, the word of advice, if you're trying to get a girl to like you, just be your natural self. But I'd say kind of try to really get to know the girl. Really, I always think like if a girl is interested in something, like for instance, I'm interested in music, right? So if there was a guy who wanted to get to know me better, like me, whatever, maybe invite me out to a concert. Perfect example, I know you love basketball. Okay, you love basketball. And you play basketball.
And I got a hurt knee right now, so I can't play. Yeah, and it's driving me crazy. But anyways, back to the topic.
So because I know you like basketball, if I want to pursue you, if I like you, then one of the things I could do is invite you to a basketball game. The point that I'm saying is like when you want someone to when you want somebody to like you, try to get to know them.
Why do women spend so much time getting ready, putting on makeup, stuff like that, and they look like they didn't? I saw it, y'all. I had to research some questions. This is a question that did not come from me.
Okay, so how the hell do I answer that? Okay, first of all, it's because we're trying to look good. Not just for you guys, by the way, thank you, but for ourselves. Okay, we're trying to look good for ourselves because I feel like sometimes, we want to feel good, so you have to kind of look good to feel good. I may put some on here and there, but like I don't spend a lot of time on makeup at all.
Which I like that.
Yeah, you like that. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I don't. But I guess to the women who do wear a lot of makeup, what did you say the question was? And they look like they don't?
They look like they don't. Yeah.
Why I don't, because you know what? I feel like it's about like how they feel. And sometimes women put on the makeup because they want to feel good and they want to look good. And it's for them, and they're not even doing it for a guy.
Okay, so basically, y'all are doing it because you feel good, and you're not necessarily like worried about what we're necessarily thinking about. Because as long as you feel good, that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Okay,
as long as we feel good about ourselves, I think that's all that matters. And yeah, some women do wear a lot of makeup, and that's their prerogatives, right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we do it to feel good about ourselves. And I know sometimes I feel kind of icky. Like, I'm like, I look in the mirror like, ugh, I probably need a little makeup today. So I think we just do it to feel good.
And I think that's a I think that's a great answer. That's a valid point because you should be doing things to make yourself feel better, not to please anybody else, because if you're trying to please somebody else, obviously your spouse, stuff like that, you do want to please, but like other people in general, I feel like you'll always be let down, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because people are harsh, they're mean, and you know what I mean? Like, you're probably never going to get what you're looking for if you're trying to please other people.
Sometimes when women put on makeup, it's not to like just necessarily impress a guy, you know?
I like it, no.
Because you want to just do it for yourself.
That's a great answer. I like it.
Great.
Great answer. Alright guys, there you have it. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are some tough questions.
Those were tough questions.
Kind of made me feel comfortable a little bit asking.
How did you think I did? You guys think I represented for you? Let me know.
That's a good question. Did she represent? How did she put it down?
I was trying to answer these with like the best of my ability.
I think you're pretty PG on a lot of them.
PG?
On some of them.
Really?
No,
I'm
just kidding.
keep it PG.
I'm just kidding. No, you kept it real. And that's what we love about you, Sexy, because you kept it real.
Well, thank you, baby. Well, if you like this video, guys, and you think I did a good job answering the questions, I try to speak for the ladies, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because we always want more people in the TNT family. And even if you didn't like this video, you think I did a terrible job, still like and subscribe, because you just might like the next one. So always remember, guys, wherever you go, there you are. So what, babe?
So make the best out of it, guys.
So make the best out of it. We love you. We had a little fun tonight. Huh?
We did, yeah. A little late night up Q&A, y'all. It's a little late here, you know what I mean? But we gonna...
But we did a good job. Wait, well, I did a good job, didn't I?
You did a great job.
I appreciate it.
About you. You always keep it real, Sexy.
I try to. I try to keep it real. But anyway, guys, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. I guess we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.